So you could hate startups, you could love startups, but you definitely can't ignore startups. But the reality is that currently, as far as the talent community is concerned, there has been a lot of resistance lately to how startups are being viewed as good places to work, uh, for talent across the spectrum. And perhaps a lot of it has to do with the amount of pink slips and people being asked to go. But nonetheless, this is one of the most promising and the most exciting segments of industry which nobody can ignore. And we at Strat-Board continue to work a lot with younger, growing organizations, and in a way try and help them overcome this battle of not being able to attract good talent. And today I thought I'll talk to you a little about some of the things that you could do if you are an HR leader with a growing, maturing organization, or if you're the founder and sometimes you feel that your story is not getting out there and you're not getting the right people in. So here are a few quick tips for you. So first is that how do you make your story be known, right? And ensuring that each and every candidate who really is getting spoken with, whether directly or indirectly, really understands what is it that you're trying to do, and is he or she being able to see or visualize the dream that you have set out with. The other thing is that are you being genuine enough in representing where you are currently and what the future could behold, including the risks, and not just either talking too less about the risks or the future, or over glorifying what the future is. So being genuine in the entire story and how the plot gets known is, I think, another big piece which appeals to candidates in our point of view. The other important thing is that a lot of times, for a younger organization, uh, there is some amount of fear that gets attached with it, right? And it's important, therefore, that people who apply to you understand that how well capitalized you are and what's the kind of runway that they may expect you to be comfortable in case out due to any unforeseen macroeconomic situations or anything else happening around you. In case the business doesn't pick up well in time, are you capable enough to protect their careers? And therefore giving them that faith of your runway and how much can you bear till the time things really turn out. So I think that's another piece. I think one other interesting dimension is letting people realize the power of what they can build and the power of what they can actually contribute in your journey, and what will it rather mean to them from their own learning and own development point of view. So a lot of times startups may be perceived as top driven organizations where decisions are all bottled up. However, if you can create enough bandwidth and roles in a way that people enjoy what they are doing, and in fact they get opportunity to do work which they would usually not be assigned in case they were working for a larger organization. So that's another piece. Another very very important dimension is how create their compensation plan. Now, one of the things we see is that usually it's only the monthly compensation which gets discussed, and I'm not saying that the ask is not very high these days. So the ask from startups is very very high when it comes to salary. But I think having a plan which shows people how they could grow with the organization in not just the near term but the middle term and the long term as well. And I think if your comp strategy is aligned to that, that is something which will surely make a very big difference to how people look at you as an organization. The other thing is that remember that candidates are also judging you every single time they engage with you, and therefore, what they make out of your culture is something which will truly impact, whether or not they choose to join you. And therefore, being nice with people is not a choice. Getting to know them, their whole self, being very transparent with them in terms of your expectations, all the hygiene things you want them, to know if they were to join you, and giving them reasons to uh, feel great at work every day, and feeling connected, feeling a part of that bond, and the small family that you're trying to scale up. And that those are big things really, and there is no one single hack which I can share with you as one thing. But eventually, a lot of things done right and a lot of things done with the right intent, eventually all these small things will add up, and I'm sure that you will be definitely able to scale your enterprise, scale your business to the next level. um, it's always good to have a fewer, I would say, fewer engaged people, rather than having too many people, who are sort of disconnected, and either you or they have made a compromise in being with you. So I think that's it for now. I'll keep coming back with more StratByte episodes to you. I hope this has left you with some things to ponder upon. So that's it for now. Thank you. Thanks for listening in. Bye.